This demonstration will be to go over the closed marketplace in IPPS-A. The closed marketplace functionality will replace the AIM2 functionality. This demonstration will go over how a closed marketplace is configured. Applicants are added based off of cycle and YMAV. Labels are applied to the soldier. SFARs sending requisitions to IPPS-A for processing into the closed market, the ability for the unit to manually add positions to be created into the marketplace, the ability for the unit to set priority fill and special remarks for HRC to view in order to add job openings into the marketplace, the ability for HRC to create the marketplace, the unit and the soldier's ability to set preferences, and finally the slating process. The first thing that I will do is log in as the talent administrator, which would be, for instance, HRC. I will log in and I will navigate to the Talent Administrator Fluid homepage, and I will select the Talent Administrator Work Center. The Work Center is going to be the one-stop shop for all talent-related functionality associated to the administrator. There's also work centers for the soldier related to TAM and the unit related to TAM. As you can see, there's a closed marketplace menu item. I'll select that, and I will select marketplace configuration. I will then select a pre-configured market ID, 18. Once the page loads, you have your market ID, you'll have a brief description. The group ID indicates the compo and NPC, and for our purposes, we're going to do Army Active Officer. You will select the cycle ID, which then will default the associated YMAV begin and end codes. You can select one-to-many YMAV reason codes. There's a set of closed market dates, and then you can select one-to-many ranks. The applicant scrub and begin date allows HRC the ability to run a process to add applicants, then set labels and scrub the applicants that will be part of the closed marketplace. The unit scrub begin and end date allow the unit to go in and review the requisitions sent over by SFARs, as well as manually add positions that they would like to be placed into the closed marketplace, set priority, fill, and special remarks. The market begin and end date indicate the dates whereby the soldiers and the unit can set preferences of the job openings applicable in the closed marketplace. The slate begin and end date allow HRC to view the automated slate, manually make changes to the slate, and execute the slate. Clicking this Add Applicants button, this is visible right now and enabled based off of the dates down here. By clicking this, it will retrieve all soldiers that have a YMAV within the YMAV begin and end date that are Army Active Officer, that are Captain. We'll click this, which will give us a message on whether we would like to view the process monitor, and it indicates that the process has been initiated. We can click refresh here until the process goes to success. As you can see, the process has gone to success. So we'll go back to the Work Center. I will go to Marketplace Applicants and select Market ID 18. Click Search. And as you can see, 5 soldiers were loaded into this closed marketplace based off of the YMAV and the rank and the compo. There's other brief information about the soldier. You have the ability to set labels, view the profile, which is the 25-point profile, and view the soldier talent profile. Soldier talent profile is going to be the replacement for the ERB and ORB. So if I click labels, HRC can then associate one-to-many labels to any soldier. So we'll select CONUS, we'll add short tour, click OK, and save. Also able to view the profile. This will launch profile management, person profile for the soldier. This will allow HRC to get a better view of the attributes associated with that soldier, to include MOS, AOC, branch type information, skills, qualifications, education, awards, etc. This is the compilation of the soldier profile. There will be further demonstrations about the person profile in later demonstrations. Finally, the STP, the soldier talent profile. By clicking this, will spawn a new page and it will display the soldier talent profile. Again, this is going to be the replacement for the current ERB and ORB. There is a front and there is a back. This will also be demonstrated in future demonstrations. Close out of that. Next, I'm going to log in as the unit, and we're going to go to Marketplace Fill. Marketplace Fill is going to allow the unit to review requisitions submitted by SFARs. It will allow the unit to manually request positions to be created as job openings for the closed marketplace. It will allow the unit the ability to set fill, priority, and special remarks used by HRC to determine which job openings will be placed in the closed market. I'll go to the HR Professional Fluid homepage, and we'll go to the TAM Unit Work Center. As mentioned, the Work Center is the one-stop shop for the unit as it relates to talent. There's also one that we saw prior for the administrator, and there's one for the soldier. I will click Close Marketplace. I will select Marketplace Fill. I will select the cycle. Click Search. I will select a market ID of 17 this time. The grouping ID. There are 6 grouping ID options. All job openings will be placed into one of these job openings based off of the CMATIFER, CMOTIFER, and MOS, MOSW, and AOC code. Those groupings are AMED, Basic Branch, Chaplain, Functional Area, JAG, and Senior Lead Developer. This just allows us to group job openings by category. Select Basic Branch, click Filter. And as you can see, there are 4 job openings that have been created. These are job openings that have been sent over by SFARs, as an example. There's information related to each job opening. It allows the unit to indicate fill, whether they want this job opening filled or not filled. The report date indicates the date that the soldier will arrive on assignment. It allows the soldier to set priority of each job opening. The unit must select a unique priority, and the priority can't be greater than the number of job openings available. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are also special remarks that the soldier can enter that will only be visible by HRC. To the right, there are 5 icons. We will look at job opening 1159. The first icon is job opening details. Selecting that icon will provide a pop-up and will give detailed information about that job opening, to include job opening data section, unit location data section, position data, job code, MOS, branch, additional skills, special qualification, personnel security status, and language skills. These attributes come over based off of AOSDI's load on that position, or that FMID. The next icon is the job opening posting details. This allows the unit to see the job opening posting details for that job opening, to include base information at the top, as well as UIC posting details, which is information specific to that UIC, and position posting details, information specific to that position. Both of these are configurable, and every time the job opening is created related to a UIC, this information will display. And every time a job opening is created for the position, this information will display. The unit has the ability to configure this information. Position posting details. Clicking that icon, this is the information that we just saw in the position post, or in the job posting. This is where the unit can come in, can modify any information about this position, which would then display on the job posting to HRC, to the unit, as well as to the soldier. This is the UIC posting details. Again, this is the UIC information that was on the job posting, completely configurable, and any job opening that's created for this unit, this information will display in the job posting. Finally, position details. Just like the person profile that we saw earlier on the applicant, this is the non-person profile. So this is information about the position, about with attributes coming over from AOS to include branch type information, MOS, language skills, etc. The unit has the ability to add a position that they recommend to be part of the marketplace. So first we will select the AOC that's applicable to this grouping ID. It will default to CMATTR for NC modifier due to the configuration that we have. Then we can select the specific position number. It will default position type information, default that it's a fill. We can set the report date, and we can set the priority. Set the priority to 5. Special remarks, we'll just put test, and then we'll save. So this is the unit's opportunity. This is the page for the unit and the opportunity for the unit to review the requisitions coming over from SBARs, manually adding positions that they would like to be part of the marketplace, indicating fill, indicating report date, setting priority, giving any special remarks to the HRC of why they would want this position or this job opening in the marketplace or why not, as well as view detailed information about the job opening. Next, we will log out and we will log in as HRC to review this information and process into the marketplace. I'm logging in as the HRC. I will go to the Talent Administrator Fluid homepage, and I will select the Talent Administrator Work Center. Then select Close Marketplace, Marketplace Fill, and I will select the cycle. I will again select Market ID 17, Grouping ID Basic Branch, Filter. Now, notice the same kind of view in the grid as you saw for the unit. However, you'll notice there's a Create and a Process checkbox over here. You will also notice that the fill, the unit input of fill, priority, and the special remarks are disabled. Those are only the ability for the unit to update. The HRC can, of course, update the report date. HRC also has the ability to manually add as well as delete. The Create checkbox indicates whether these job openings are going to be put into the marketplace for processing. If HRC were to deselect, then this job opening would not go into the marketplace. All of the icons are the exact same with the exception of the ability for HRC to set labels. So I'll go into this job opening, and as you saw with the applicants, you can also set labels for the position. This just gives further attributes for the position and for the soldier to find the best fit. Click OK and click Save. So again, this is the marketplace fill. Allows HRC the ability to set which job openings are truly going to go into the closed marketplace, allows them to manually add positions, allows them to remove, allows them to set the report date, and allows them to view all of the icons that the unit could see, as well as set labels. The next piece of the demonstration will be for the administrator to go into marketplace configuration, go to the market ID of 17, and now you'll notice that the validate button is open based off of the dates. So today is the 19th. It's past the date for the unit scrub. We will click the validate, and what that will do is it will take all of the applicants and all of the job openings and create the marketplace. It will then associate which job openings that are applicable for the soldier to preference, as well as which soldiers the unit can preference. Clicking this button will just bring up a message saying that the process has been initiated. Click yes. We'll open up our process monitor as we saw before. We will click refresh until it's success. Once successful, we will log in as one of the soldiers that was just put in the marketplace, and we will show preferences as well as the unit to set preferences. This process also, for any manual positions that were added by the unit, will create the actual job opening and put into the marketplace. As you can see, the process was successful. So we will now log in as the member and show preferences. We are at the self-service homepage, fluid homepage, and we will select the TAM Soldier Work Center. Again, the Work Center being the one-stop shop for all talent-related functionality. Go to Marketplace, close Marketplace Preferences. Selecting Market ID 17. You can see that the labels update. These are the labels that are associated with the soldier that HRC set on the applicants earlier in the demonstration. And here are all the job openings applicable to this market for this soldier. This soldier is an 11 Alpha, and the 11 Alphas display. Here is where the soldier can set preferences. And as you can see, there's the labels that were set by HRC at the position. So soldier can come in and set preferences. A soldier cannot put the same preference for multiple job openings. So it must be unique, and they cannot enter a preference higher than the number of job openings that they're able to preference. This unit interested column right here, if the unit has expressed interest in the soldier by preferencing that soldier, then this will be selected or have a green checkbox. Applicant's preference indicates how many other applicants in the closed marketplace have preferenced this job opening. Percent match indicates the percent match of the job opening, position, AOS, DI attributes, and the soldier's attributes. Clicking this hyperlink will open a new page and will show on the left-hand side the attributes associated to that position. You've got ASI, branch, the job code, which is the AOC, MOSW, or MOS, and the security status. To the right, you will see the match associated with the soldier. This helps allow the soldier to determine which positions they are best fit for. Here is the job opening details that we saw earlier. So this is information specific to the job opening that the soldier can see to just ensure that this is the job opening that they would like to preference. Clicking the posting will provide the job opening posting details. Again, the UIC posting details and the position posting details. The label filters allows the soldier to just look for positions that are specific to the label that they enter. So we put CONUS in and we click filter. We're only going to see the 2 job openings that have CONUS, not all 5. Click save, and this will save the soldier's preferences. Next, we will log in as the unit and set preferences at the unit level. Next, I will log in as the unit and set preferences for the job openings applicable to that unit. I will select the HR Professional Fluid homepage and select the TAM Unit Work Center Fluid tile. We'll then select Closed Marketplace and go to Marketplace Unit Preferences. Here, the job opening prompt will be displayed to the user. Clicking the prompt will display all job openings associated to the market ID that are applicable for that unit to preference. Select 1159, click Filter. Then below, the grid will display all applicants in the closed marketplace that have the ability to preference this job opening and that the unit can preference. As you can see, there's information about each soldier. There's an applicant interested. It indicates with the checkbox whether the applicant has set a preference. It does not indicate what the preference was, but it indicates that they have preferenced this position, this job opening. Percent match allows the unit to see what the score or the percent match of the attributes associated to the position is to the soldier. Clicking that will open up a new window. On the left, it will show the attributes associated to the position, as well as the attributes associated to the soldier. The OML indicates the priority for or the preference associated to each soldier. When you set a preference, it will automatically set the interest level. The unit and the soldier do not need to preference the unit does not need to preference every applicant for each job opening ID, and the applicant does not need to preference each job opening. However, when it comes to the auto slating algorithms and processes, it's better for each to set preferences so that the best match is created. To the right, you'll see the labels that HRC associated to each soldier. There are icons for the labels to get further information. This icon will take you to the person profile, which we saw earlier, and this will take them to the soldier talent profile. There are also position labels. This is the label that HRC associated to this job opening, and the unit can then filter the list of applicants based off of labels associated to them. So if we were to put CONUS, click filter, we will only see the applicants related to that have a label of CONUS. You can select the job opening details, which will give the pop-up and detailed information about the job opening, which we've seen earlier, as well as the job opening posting. Last feature is the ability to select one-to-many applicants. Click the compare, and it will show the percent match associated to the job opening side by side. This is a nifty tool that will allow the unit to figure out which applicants to preference, in which order. Last, we will go into the Talent Administrator Work Center. We will log out and log in as a Talent Administrator. And we will execute a slate for a pre-configured closed marketplace. We will select the Talent Administrator Fluid homepage. We will select the Talent Administrator Work Center. We'll then go to Closed Marketplace, Marketplace Configuration. We will this time select Market ID 16, and you'll notice now that the Slate button is enabled. We'll click the Slate button, which will initialize a process. Click Yes to go to the process monitor, and we will refresh until it goes to success. Clicking the Slate button will execute auto slate algorithms to determine an initial slate based on the applicant and the unit preferences. There are 3 different algorithms that are executed in a certain order. The order being where both the applicant and the unit preference will go through all job openings and all applicants for that match. We'll then go through where the applicant sets preference and the unit does not. The third algorithm will try to link where the unit sets preference and the applicant did not. For all those applicants and for all those job openings where the applicant and the unit did not preference, that will be part of the manual slate. Okay, as you can see, it was successful. We will now go back to the Work Center and we will click Slating. We'll select our cycle. Select our market, 16. We'll click Filter. Going down, you will see the applicant and position pool as well as the applicants and positions to slate. These 2 grids indicate that the auto slate process did not work for this applicant or applicants and this set of job openings. The reason being that there was no preference, either mutual where the applicant preference and the unit did not, or where the unit preference and the applicant did not. Down below our auto slate is where our auto slate algorithms executed. And as you can see, the first 3, there was auto mutual preference, meaning that the soldier and the unit both preferenced each other. So the algorithm went through and made a match there. And this 4th one is auto unit, the slate type, whereby the unit preferenced and the soldier did not. There's 4 different tabs here. You can see the slate. On this tab, it's information about the soldier, the job opening, the position, the status of the slate, the report date, which will be the assignment approval date, whether they're, the assignment, when they will arrive at the assignment, whether this is applicable, or whether it's HAP eligible, the slate type. The match percentage is executed at the time of the slate so that we can track metrics, and then any comments. HRC also has the ability to set special instructions related to this job opening and soldier at this time before the slate is executed. Clicking labels will show applicant labels and position labels. In the event that there is a HAP, it will show HAP type information. If it's HAP eligible, then this field will be displayed, allowing the ability to select a HAP JO, which will then default the position and description. If HAP is eligible, before executing the slate, the HAP JO, the return HAP, must be selected. Original slate type tab indicates the current slate type and then the original, meaning if HRC were to come here and remove from slate, it would remove this soldier and this job opening, put them back up in the pool to be manually slated, but we would always capture that the original is auto mutual preference and the original job opening slate type was auto mutual preference for both of those. We do that so that we can understand how well the algorithms of the auto slate work versus HRC coming in and manipulating the slate manually. As mentioned up here, I've got a list of applicants and a list of positions. I can take this applicant, this job opening, I can do a compare, and I can see what the percentage match is there. Can also select this job opening, view job opening details for 1148. Can view job posting details. There are icons for the preferences. The soldiers preferenced 3, but they were already selected for other job openings, so it just shows the preferences associated with this job opening. This would be the non-person profile for that position. We saw this earlier in the demonstration. Over here for the applicants, we can see the preferences that this applicant set, 1147 and 1149. If you look over here, it's 1148, they did not preference. Here's the person profile, which we saw earlier, and then the STP. If we wanted to add to the slate, we would simply select the soldier or the applicant. We would select the job opening. We would go add to slate. Notice now that it has updated. We have removed that applicant and that job opening, and there's no more to slate. Then if you come down, you'll notice that that applicant and that job opening are now in the grid, and it's a manual. It indicates manual. If I go over to the original slate type, you'll see that it's all manual because the original was manual as well. Also notice that upon adding them, it's set the match percentage. You can also select any one-to-many in the slate and remove from the slate. You can remove all from the slate to start over. By doing that, it will add these back into the applicants and the position job openings up above to allow for manual slating. You can also view job opening details by selecting one, or view job posting details as was shown up here. Last, you can save, come back later, and execute. After saving the slate, the final step is to execute the slate by clicking the execute button. Upon clicking the execute button, a message will be displayed to the user indicating the process has been initiated. Click yes to go to the process monitor to view the status. Click refresh until the status goes to success. Each job opening will be linked to the EMPL ID. Eligibility rules will be executed whether they are EAC rules or AVR rules or whatever eligibility rules are associated with that group ID, meaning compo and NPC. If the soldier is eligible for that job opening, then the assignment will be created. Otherwise, HRC or the recruiter will have to go in, review the failed eligibility rules, and submit waivers before processing to assignments. As you can see, it has gone to success. The process has gone to success. We'll now go back to the Work Center. We'll look at job opening 1146. Search job openings. Enter 1146. Click search. As you can see, the status has changed to filled, and we have one applicant because we have slated this soldier, a soldier, to the job opening. Click the applicants tab of the job opening itself. And as you can see, this soldier has passed one of 3 eligibility rules. Waivers have already been executed, and it's now in the workflow process. To view the rules that were failed, click P1 of 3. This will take you to the workflow, which will indicate which rules pass EFMP and which rules failed. Workflow has been executed. Upon final approval, or if eligibility rules are cleared, the job opening will re-execute eligibility rules to ensure that they are either eligible for all rules have been waived, or cleared, and will submit the transaction to the assignment module for processing. Workflow and assignment will be discussed in future demonstrations. This concludes the demonstration for the closed marketplace. Thank you.